से आएंगे?
इस तरफ से ही आएंगे।
लूना को फ़ोन करना है इधर से
मेरा
आएंगे?
फ़ोन
तो
नहीं
मैं फ़ोन इसका फ़ोन मैं अभी आप फ़ोन वो तो कौन सा बिजी आप ही बता मैं लूना
नीचे डंसन पे पिक करने गए।
लूना का है
लूना 6 बजे के आसपास निकलने की बात कर रही थी, एक बार आप कॉल कर लीजिए।
वो नहीं तो होटल से कोई है कि नहीं हाँ?
अरे वो लास्ट मोमेंट में बताएंगे यार कैसे। अंदर में ले लो। 10% बैठ दीजिए। मेरा लैपटॉप कनेक्टेड है, नेट नहीं चलेगी।
मैंने बंद किया है, लोकल नेटवर्क क्रिएटेड है बिना नेट पे।
ये आ गया डिनर कॉन्फ्रेंस क्लास लाइव।
लाइव चाहिए, लाइव आपका आगे नहीं ना कितना सेकंड का डील है।
हाँ वो पहुँच गया। प्रणव उनको ही इसका वो वेरिएबल है, डंसन के हिसाब से पूरा शो करेंगे। हिजाने आएंगे तो मुझे सभी करेंगे, पूरा शो एज इट इज चलेगा। इतना यार है क्या कह रहे हैं।
स्ट्रीम पॉज है क्या?
मोबाइल में से देखना पड़ेगा।
मोबाइल
कहाँ से स्ट्रीमिंग आप ले रहे हो वो चेक करो।
इसमें आ रहा है, इसमें देखना पड़ेगा। ओके कि आवाज़ नहीं आ रहा, अपने चेक की आवाज़ नहीं आ रहा है, सिर्फ इसका आवाज़ आ रहा है। जैसे कि लैपटॉप का आ रहा है, माइक का आवाज़ नहीं आ रहा है, तो उसके अलग से माइक लगाया हुआ है। Should I start? Okay, great. Everybody comfortable? You need a mic or not really? I'm usually loud. Can you hear me? Yes. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Awesome. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Dunstan. Really kind of you to take out time. I know it's been a long day for you amongst the entire 26 January celebrations between the cabinet as well as the government play. I really appreciate you still taking out time to make sure that all the effort of all the doctors that are been traveling from India are substantiated by all the love that the Royal Office always provides. I wanted to take the opportunity to really give a big round of applause to Dr. Manish. Dr. Manish. I thought I'll take the opportunity to go back and reflect out on the scale of the first international doctors T20 match. And I remember speaking to Dr. Manish a couple of months back where we were still thinking and bringing this entire team together. And I really think what a fabulous job Dr. Manish has done, not only to build teams together, but to bring families together and a lot of things. And what better day than 26 January for all of us. It's a day which not only reflects how proud all of us are for our country, our countrymen, and also for the great community work that we represent to build value. I think it is appropriate to make sure that everybody celebrates each other and also create an opportunity to not only give a big round of applause to all the doctors over here and who have not only built image of being sportsmen, but also being really an advocate of bringing healthcare together. It's a day where we have healthcare, wellness, and people who what matters the most are all here. And I wanted to introduce, of course, His Highness. He's running a bit late, he's not feeling very well today. But of course, Dunstan is here, and that's why we should make sure that we use this as the most important opportunity to bring everybody together. But I wanted to start the day with doing Janagana Mana so that we can not only respond to the patriotic country and orientation that we have, but also for the great opportunity that we have got to make India proud. So I request everybody to stand up. not only sharing pride, but also an opportunity. I know some kids must be feeling hungry, so food's out. But I wanted to take this opportunity to call up Dr. Manish and also announce a small strategic announcement with Dr. Manish being not only honored as being our community leader who's built this across, but also being selected as the Director of Communities for Healthcare and Sports. Dunstan, if you could come and build value around it. And before that, we will have the UAE music.
Ready.
Dr. Manish, you can come this side. It is just beautiful that we could not only honor and participate as proud as we are for being Indians, but also the opportunity of what UAE has provided to make a home away from home. And I really, really appreciate that. I think building communities is very, very important. And while we build communities, we also make sure that there is value of people together. One such moment is how I wanted to start the day, is really making sure, and I don't even want to call it an award, but it is really, we are indebted to all the great work between healthcare, sports, which is an integral association of well-being today. So we are not only formulating but also announcing for his incredible leadership, the directors of community for healthcare and sport, for all things that happens across India. If you could do a token of gratitude to him. Yeah, just yeah. Thank you. I think it's time where everybody has gotten together, and I'll just call in Dr. Manish to really open the evening and also not only share why we instated an event in Dubai and how we want to proceed not only with sharing moments and over the last week and today being the finale. So we have awards, we have happiness, and we have some moments, and we have of course Dunstan over here who would be blessing us. So over to Dr. Manish and come. I will also take the opportunity to introduce two very special partners, ActoFit, and they'll join us and speak about it, and also communicate. And Kavita, who join us from Bombay, not only speaking about something which the Royal Office feels very strongly about building communities, but within the healthcare, within the mental health space, within making sure that we manage, we track, and we not only prevent but make sure things are aligned towards a larger success. So as you go along, not only sports, but also making sure what are the Royal Office investing into making a difference to the world. So, Dr. Manish.
Thank you, Pranav sir. Thank you, Jansen sir.
You may not be as loud as I am.
Thanks, Pranav sir. Thanks, Jansen sir. And thanks to all who believes in us and who supported us from last 6 years. Thanks to the all doctors fraternity members, their family members, their kids. Those who came far away on behalf of our sincere efforts, and above all, one man, another from me, Dr. Rahul Mangal. I cannot forget his dedication and his commitment. Without him, it's not possible to arrange and organize and take all these stress. And could you please come, Dr. Rahul? And now I will hand it over the remaining proceedings to Mr. Nishant sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, one and all ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for gathering here. First thing first, I would like to first tell Happy 75 Indian Republic Day to all of you. On behalf of an International Doctors T20 Blast UAE 2024, I would like to welcome you all in the final presentation ceremony of the International Doctors T20 League in honor of the private office of His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Faisal Al Qasimi. And first thing comes first, the team which has supported us, who has presented this entire tournament, I would like to thank Mirai Jamet and Mirai Capital Global to help us to bring this tournament at this level. Can we have a big round of applause for Mirai Jamet and Mirai Capital Global? This entire tournament was conducted in association with Act of It. Can we have a big round of applause? So 22 yards, 4s and 6s, no balls, ducks, centuries, run out. So many things we have witnessed over the last 4 days event in the first International Doctors T20 Blast that happened at the Ajman International Cricket Ground. But inevitable aspect of this tournament was the flood of emotions that came from all the players, doctors, and the family members who have gathered today also in this closing ceremony. I would like to raise a round of applause for all the doctors for putting in efforts, even bringing their families. Seriously speaking, I have seen doctors in the hospitals, on the grounds. I have never seen too many doctors gathered together for the purpose of cricket in one hall. This is the first time. This is my first experience. In this exciting tournament, where we have teams from different cities all over India, they have gathered from all over India, and also we had few players from the UAE. So this has become a truly an international league, where the tournament happened at an international venue with few of the international players. So it's the first time something that has happened in the fraternity of the doctors. So big round of applause for all the organizers, those who have put on the efforts to make this a dream come true for all the doctors. All league matches went down to the line as all doctors were truly professionals. This time, on the field with their efforts, whether they are bowling, whether they are batting, or whether they are fielding, or even when they are supporting their team players. Special mention to Team Spartans for this. They kept on supporting the players during the entire tournament, each and every ball. That's what we have observed. And also the support from the family members, from all the team members of all the teams. This was just the first edition of International Doctors T20 League, but the kind of a response that we have received from all over the country was immense, and the support from the UAE and the Royal Office was commendable. Can you have a big round of applause for all the players who were the real part, the players, whether they are young age, 25, 26 years to 55 years. This is called a spirit of cricket and the doctor's spirit that we have witnessed over the last few days. After successfully conducting 6 domestic leagues and 3 national leagues, though it was our first international league, we are glad to have such a phenomenal response from all of you. Thanks to all the stakeholders of the league and the organizers without whom this was not possible. Special mention to Dr. Manish, Dr. Rahul, Dr. Prashant, and Dr. Bhagwan Vishnu. My special regards to the entire team, and I want all of you to give a 3 cheers for the organizing team, including the members from the Royal Office. I would like to add here one thing. This is just a beginning. On behalf of International T20 League or T20 Blast, we really put on a promise to make this league larger, bigger, and the most popular league for the doctors in the entire world. Let me go forward towards what has been excellently said by Mr. Pranav Jyoti regarding UAE and the Indian relations. UAE and India Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement that happened in 2022 in the month of February, and after that the relations have become better and better. As India celebrates 75th Republic Day, the tapestry of an international relationship leads with the enduring friendship shared with the UAE. Forged through the ancient trade routes, spices, pearls, this partnership has blossomed into a dynamic collaboration pulsating with economic opportunity, strategic convergence, and unwavering mutual respect. Before we move forward and have a look at how the UAE was developed over a few years, the journey of becoming a UAE, what UAE is right now, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the team owners who owns the team under this international T20. Can you have a big round of applause for all the team owners? Can we have the video, please?
And where do you think they're coming from? Well, that would certainly have been easy. But no. Many years ago, my father, your grandfather, got these from their original home.
Where's that?
From the oysters where they grew. And he died way down to the bottom of the sea for them. So, his hands were filled to hold his sperm. In those days, if you wanted something, you had to go and get it. All of our country was like this desert. If you wanted food, you had to hunt for it. Water, there were no taps. You had to travel for it. And to earn money, your grandpa would set out to sea, diving, and diving again for pearl. It was tiring and dangerous work, but it gave us what we needed to live until the disaster came.
Why? What happened?
In the early 1930s, people found a way to make pearls rather than dive for them. And suddenly, no one wanted grandpa's pearls anymore. Life became very tough for him and for thousands of people.
So what happened?
It was like Allah was watching over our country. Because at the same time as people stopped buying our pearls, a new and very valuable gift was being discovered.
I know, oil.
That's right. Oil explorers came from everywhere in search of oil. And they found it.
So everyone's problem was over. Now the country was rich, yes?
But it took more than just money to set us on the path to a better life.
What do you mean?
It needed a man of honor and character to lead us there.
You mean Sheikh Zayed, right?
I do, of course. He believed that it was people, not dollars, that would make our country great. He could see our future clearly. He saw that the Emirates would be stronger if we all joined together. So along with Sheikh Rashid and the rulers of other states, he formed the United Arab Emirates. And of course, he became the first president as well. He built roads, hospitals, airports, schools. He created opportunities for women, including universities. And only a generation later, just look at us now.
We have the most modern racetrack in Formula One.
Oh yes,
And we learned that Master City will be completely powered by the sun and the wind and no carbon. And we have the world's tallest building. And the palm. And incredible hotels. And a metro. And
yes, I get it. We have so much to be proud of. But you know, it's not just technology and new buildings that say we have come a long way.
what else then?
What about the treasures in our museums? The art that hangs in our galleries. And the magnificent new Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi. And what about all the places you and your friends have fun?
I bet we had more fun than you did when you were 9.
Every generation thinks that. But you know, the more things change and move on, the more we should remember where we have come from. Some of the greatest things were created by nature, not by man.
Like this desert?
Like this desert, yes. And like these beautiful pearls. Here, put your hands together. It's time to pass them on to you, as my father did to me. So when you are grown up, they will remind you of the journey that he started and which you are carrying on. Now, get some sleep. Tomorrow, we head for the city.
Thank you very much for the wonderful insight, Mr. Ritik, with this video. the change is permanent and it's the only thing which remains unchanged, right? So this is all about the change that is brought in with the vision, the hard work from the people of United Arab Emirates, where it is right now. So can you have a big round of applause for all those? Okay, coming further to this program, it's my honor to be here, and my warm regards to Mr. Dunstan, who is a Group CEO from the private office of His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Faisal Al Qasimi. So again, I need a big round of applause for our guest of honor for the day. I request him to come forward and join us on the stage, and the organizer team to felicitate him. Yes, can you have a big round of applause? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I would like to request Mr. Pranav Jyoti to come forward and join me, and I request the team of organizers to felicitate him with a token of love.
I didn't know internal people was getting facilitated. Finally get where I'll die.
He touch.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now it's time for me. I request Mr. Pranav to take over the further proceedings, where we'll have a presentation from Actofeed and the further panel discussion. So I request him to join and carry forward this program further.
Thanks. I wanted to take this opportunity to not only, it's actually a very proud moment for us, not only bringing doctors together, but also bringing people from community acknowledgement is concerned. And I think it becomes not only something that we need today, but also a responsibility where we are able to address and also drive objectivities within the investments we are trying to build, not only in India but across the world. And I think one of the key elements of making sure that things happen is measuring consistent approach, not only valuing data, but also making sure that data is consumed with a lot of value, trust, privacy, and also give a lot of weightage to making sure that that value is used to making benefit to both customers and so on and so forth. Actofeed is one of such organizations. I wanted to introduce Prateek here. Prateek, and can you come on the stage, please? Actofeed is not only an organization that we endorse, but also an organization that we're very, very positively invested into. We're looking to announce not only upwards of, come in please, upwards about 10 odd million in investment, but one of the key areas to value and build a consistent approach is to measure value of chronic ailments and making sure that deaths which happen due to unmeasured approach are held back, discovered in time, and also making sure that we are able to build data for communities which can preempt possibilities of doing something so that we have not only action that can be taken for people within the healthcare space, all of you, but also have the right data for you to make sure that the patients and people who come to you are addressed in the right capacity. I also wanted to take this opportunity to call the team over and have a quick view in front of Dunstan, and of course, like I always say, that as young you get, you have driven to make definitions and changes. So the future is good. Future is Mirai, and future to good health is Actifit. So congratulations, and we hope to not only work together within the India-UAE corridor, but also making sure that it acts as a Southeast Asia element to other areas of investments and all the doctors over here. So it's an incredible opportunity, and hope we are able to make the best of our investment, and we see a multi-tier unicorn with us, making a difference to the world and making sure things are in place. I was also told that Prateek is an author, and I think it is such a subtle time to not only share his experiences through a book, but how he has really consistently driven his passion to measure. So he's written an incredible book today. We have the opportunity with all the doctors as well as Dunstan to not only talk about metabolic health and also making sure that we know what we can eat. And I know that when I have metabolic changes, as every generation has, I know Ayan is not in that age at this point of time, but it's always good to know. So I know I have that, I know where to go. So thank you so much, and up to you, and we'll speak more on that.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you.
Take over. Okay.
So a room full of doctors, and I'm going to be talking about preventive healthcare. But I assure you that with your support and as you learn through the presentation, I'm going to make this very quick. But as you learn through the presentation, the future of healthcare is preventive, and as doctors, we can play a very, very big role in this. To quickly get started, I'm going to play a quick video to talk about the significance of chronic diseases and how the ratio.
The Actifit Chronic Conditions Plan empowers you to take control of your health with its revolutionary program addressing prevalent chronic conditions. Our solution for managing diabetes, PCOS, hypertension, or obesity includes a CGM device for real-time blood glucose insights, empowering informed health decisions. Our AI Metabolic Insights offer advanced data analysis, giving you a deeper understanding of your metabolic health. Hyper-personalized nutrition and fitness plans, along with a food tracker featuring glycemic food suggestions, help you make informed choices for a healthier lifestyle. With senior coaches specializing in glucose optimization, you'll get tailored expert guidance. And for those moments when you need expert advice and support, a doctor is just a call away, ready to provide the assistance you deserve. Vital Scans daily provide comprehensive wellness insights in just 30 seconds, keeping you informed about your health status. The inclusion of a urine testing kit provides additional metabolic insights for a holistic approach to your well-being. The metabolic panel, a blood test, reveals deficiencies and provides 71 plus crucial health indicators for internal health overview. Actifit Chronic Conditions Plan, transform to optimal well-being. Start today for a vibrant life.
So with this, we're going to just quickly talk a little bit about the platform that we built, which is a very, very advanced metabolic health platform. And it takes care of your health from a 360-degree perspective, right from diagnostics to care therapy to devices used for wearables. And this platform is delivered to the customers, but the doctors are also empaneled with a doctor dashboard and a doctor application which they can use to treat their patients better, have more yielding results, and everything that we talk about is backed by science with a lot of clinical studies and backing around here. So the platform includes BloodWorks, which includes metabolic panel testing across all parameters. with reports coming directly onto the app. We have a range of devices that we offer integrated into the platform, right from wearables to such as glucose integrated monitors to smart scales, smart watches, smart rings that I'm wearing right now, and we are also having glucometers. We provide digital workout and diet management, which is directly powered by AI, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. We have a lot of camera-based diagnostics, or using AI, using the phone camera, we are able to track motion, posture, a lot of vitals of your skin, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Everything that we're talking about, as I mentioned, is clinically backed. Every parameter that we do, and there are more than 100 parameters, is all clinically validated, is all published in international reputed medical journals. A lot of disease-specific programs are covered. A lot of exercise tracking, for which we actually hold a granted patent, is using, again, the phone camera or the laptop camera to analyze what posture you're working on. It's kind of like a personal trainer. And we also have meal plans, which directly integrate out here. At this point, I'll just quickly give it to my colleague Ayan, who will talk a little bit more about the AI products that we build.
So we tried very hard to integrate a lot of AI. I think the most interesting thing that we have is a vital face scan.
What if knowing your health status was as easy as taking a selfie? Thanks to ActiFit. Download ActiFit Health app. Your health status is now just a face scan away. The first of its kind digital feature is powered by artificial intelligence. It extracts vital signs within seconds. Look into the screen, scan your face, and get to know your health vitals like heart rate, oxygen saturation, respiration rate, blood pressure, and more in just 30 seconds. Everything you need to know on one app, on one device, and instantly. Scan your face and know your health. Quick health check wherever you are. Download the ActiFit Health app today.
So using just your phone camera, you can get vital parameters like your heart rate, your BP, your SpO2 levels, and I personally find that really cool. But we've not only limited the phone camera to the face scan, but we also have motion tracking, where we detect all the joints of your body, and where you typically need a 3D scan, which is like crores of. Typically, we've managed to do this with just a phone scan, and we have applications of this in physiotherapy, for example, which are doctors, and we can hear their nudges, and we tell patients whether they're doing the exercise correctly or not. So we have multiple workout plans also, where you can, this is not a medical thing, where you can just do your HIIT workout or yoga or strength training, and just make sure you don't have any risks while doing it and no injuries. And then there's rep counting and stuff like that. Right. So as I mentioned, there are multiple use cases, and one of them is sit-rest test, where we've partnered with insurance companies to link some exercises with mortality rates. So the next thing that we've done is we've have CGMs, we've had CGM devices. What we do is we detect abnormalities in patterns, not only in large cohorts but also in particular people, and then we tell them, okay, maybe you should not be eating this. But this is not enough, right? You need to do something about it. That's where our chatbot comes in, which is an interface with 24/7 nutritionist or doctor, where everything you need is all in one place. It gives you your nutrition and activity data, and we've made great strides in the chatbot, where we have made progress in 3 main verticals. So this is a small comparison between us and a leading competitor. So what happens is, if you ask for a non-vegetarian meal and this is all basic stuff, right? If you ask for a non-veg meal, even though you mentioned you want a veg meal earlier, the non-veg meal we do not get a non-veg meal in our competitors. The other option is that it's very limited. You get the same answer over and over again. Like, I don't want to eat lady fingers every day, man. And the next thing that we've really managed to do is that we keep track of every conversation. So I'll remember that, oh, last week you had a cold, so maybe you need to take it easy. Maybe you don't need to work out that hard today. I'll get back to Pradeep.
Sure. So the AI integrations, right, really are very personalized, and they take into track and account all your vital parameters, the wearable data synchronization that happens, and all the previous track records that you have around your sleep patterns and whatnot, and build over and above that, and that is a very, very important differentiating factor on how we are customizing and making that really hyper-personal. As I was talking about clinical science, and since we are a room full of doctors, I'm sure you would not believe anything thrown at you until there is real backing around it. So we've got around 11 publications. We've got 1 granted patent. Everything that we do, right from data that we provide, is at least 95 to 96% accurate, right from any of the sensors. Most of these sensors are CDSCO approved or US FDA approved if applicable, unless they're being used only in the screening environment. But even in the screening environment, they're at least 95% accurate. All the programs that we run are ran through cohorts of 626 or 120 patients in different study programs. And they have been published in a lot of international leading publications like the American Diabetic Association or IJSS and so on and on. So the 3 verticals of our businesses are: we sell hardware devices, which include the medical devices as well as the wearable devices that we are talking about. Number 2, we help with diagnostics. So we work with hospitals, doctors, insurance companies to actually provide diagnostic toolkits that they can use across their patients and use it for their own use cases. And number 3, we provide direct-to-consumer programs, which are in association again with doctors. Where doctors really come in is we have an application on the dashboard that the doctors can use to enhance, scale their business. That's it from us. I don't want to take too much time because I can hear the rowling between all your stomachs, and I know it's dinner time.
No, I wanted to add a few things, and I think it's important for all of us to value the incredible work Prateek and I are doing at ActuFit. I think it is our central approach that healthcare acts as not only making sure that our future generations are in place, but also create a center value of how we think building the next set of organizations are making an impact. With this, not only are we intending to pilot with hospitals in Ras Al Khaimah, but also looking to build value across the unorganized sector of physiotherapy, gym, and making sure that the healthcare ecosystem brings together. The central approach to make sure that it can help doctors make and give data not only on real time, but make sure that the consumer, patient in this case, has self-reflection at times when doctors are not necessarily always available. They can give you, how many times do you get a call when you are in Dubai? I'm sure you're getting still calls where, hey, you know what, doctor, I'm not feeling well, and you're like, what's your heart rate, or what are all these pieces, and you don't have data flows to substantiate that. So I think it's a very important part that we are able to consume. For that, not only are we aligning towards institutions in healthcare, physiotherapy, non-invasive healthcare opportunities, but also making sure that this flow of information is consistent, is objective, and making sure that you as doctors and us, hopefully not as patients, but are able to give the right set of values so that the decision to do next step is appropriate and build a much more decisive and less corrosive medical play. Thank you so much and making sure that this builds value in. Thank you so much for bringing in. You want to bring in, Dunstan, like to bring you in for a minute on the dais, please. I think it's an opportunity to not only announce Prateek's journey of writing a book, but also to announce that. So this is the first copy, signed copy for Dunstan. So Don't worry, everybody will get a copy soon enough in the post box. So, thank you so much. Awesome. So, thank you so much for having us, and best of luck for having this play. Awesome. I'll also take this opportunity for the second most important thing, and not in sequence, but two important things apart from before we get into the awards and build value is something which is very close to my heart, something that I and Dunstan are working very closely on children that need our love more than we are able to give sometimes. I wanted to invite Kavita. Kavita joins us from Bombay. Can you have a round of applause for Kavita? I think a couple of words. Kavita, please. Kavita and I go back in thought and time and heart, not only in maybe this life, but for many lives ahead and in the past. But I think the work that she is doing with the passion, we are kind of making sure that the royal family, Mirai, can bring together not only our effort within the stream of work that she is doing at Communicare, but also to make sure that all the incredible love that is needed to be shared with children is aligned and make sure that builds in. Dunstan and I are working very closely to see how we can not only drive it within Ras Al Khaimah but across UAE, rest of the world. And we intend to not only open but also have care doctors like yourself and all over the people to ambassador this effort. And I thought this was apt to call Kavita from Bombay and have a quick session so that you understand it's with sport you have emotion, and with life you also have emotion. So this is a very important emotion for the Royal Office, for us. So Kavita, up to you.
Good evening, everybody. And firstly, my deepest gratitude to everybody here, and especially Mr. Dunstan, Mr. Pranav, and everybody in the organizing team. And I'm very privileged to be here in this August audience, which is full of doctors. And I think you are a lot who every individual, regardless of what strata, where they come from, look up to as the person to go to in case my life is in danger, in case I have a problem. So this comes from the fact that all of you individually have chosen this profession because you have a purpose in life. Is that true? Or have you chosen this just because it's good to be a doctor? I am sure in the heart, all of us do a lot of work what we do, but in the heart of heart, we all are looking for our purpose in life. Some of us have already found it, some of us are still in the quest for it. And that is the ideal marriage of mind and heart, where your mind says, yes, I have to do my work, but your heart says, I need to go that extra mile. And I have found my big purpose in the work that I do with children with special needs and their families. So I take care of children and young adults with special needs. I got very strict instruction from Ritik that my presentation has to be, he heard 20 minutes and he was like, so I made my notes so that I don't exceed the time. I know everyone is hungry. Not only to the doctors here, but my appeal is also to their better halves over here, and I see so many children. So I know this is a platform which is not only driven by purpose, is also very sensitive towards children and their families. So, but having said that, all what we do in terms of purpose without profit is not sustainable. And therefore, I'd like to take you through my journey. And Ritik, if you can help me, please, whoever. Yeah. And it's important to get you a background of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And this is the beginning of my journey. I have 3 beautiful children, and this is my second daughter, Amaya, who is 14 years old, and she looks exactly like this, weighing 7 kgs. She suffers from a very rare syndrome called the cocaine syndrome, and I'm going to spell it because the pronunciation is cocaine. So it's C-O-C-K-A-Y-N-E, and it means it's a progressively deteriorating condition, premature aging, dwarfism, and a lot of associated issues, mobility issues, are the symptoms of this. And this is a very, very rare disease, which is about 140 diagnosed in the world. And what really hit me hard is that nobody was able to help me. She was wrongly diagnosed for the longest, despite of going to very eminent doctors. And that only explains that there are a lot of things which are different for each one of us. We are very, very diverse as human beings. Not one individual is the same as the other one. And it's exactly like how no 2 fingerprints are the same. So here, while I speak about my daughter, who has a rare disease, along the journey, which has been over the last 10 years, we started training, educating, creating awareness, and a lot of the kids and parents who came to me also fall in the category of neurodiversity. Can anyone tell me what is your understanding of neurodiversity? Anybody? Okay. So neurodiversity simply means it is a range of differences that each one of us have in our brains. So this is related to the responses that we have in terms of memory, attention, a whole lot of cognitive skills. So not one person is the same as the other. But there are a lot of people who are very different in their responses, not the typical. And they are called neurodivergent in their condition. And that's not a sickness, that is a condition, which a lot can be managed if the attention is given very early on. And that is the crux of the matter, that we want to be able to be there. Sorry, Ritik, I just pressed this.
Yeah, the arrow. Right.
And everything that I do now starts with my personal journey and my personal pain points, because whatever I say, I'm living it, and I've done it at the very, very grassroots level to understand how narrow our understanding about this entire sector is. See, as doctors, we come across various people. As individuals, we come across various people. And India is so huge a country. You find different parts of the country has different levels of understanding and awareness. But the very promising fact is that the generation next, and a lot of us who are, neither here nor there, we have a much wider lens of accepting things and of making that change, making that impact, and that is very encouraging. So today, inclusion and diversity is the buzzword anywhere, internationally. But even now, it is very restricted to gender, culture, race. Neurodiversity is something which is exploding at a very, very rapid speed. I'm sure at least some of you would be, do we have any pediatricians here? Okay, so you would be, I'm sure you would be seeing children and parents who are with a lot of questions, and ये ऐसे क्यों नहीं कर रहा है, इसको ऐसे समझ में क्यों नहीं आ रहा है, and it's very, very basic things which sometimes it's scary that इतना भी पता नहीं है, that we don't have that awareness. So it's very, very important that we come together. And earlier, the statistics, okay, this is what the statistics shows, that 15% of the world's population experience some form of disability. Now, there is a difference between a disorder and a disability. A neurodiverse condition is not a disability. A disability is where there is a genuine problem of mental retardation, spasticity, mobility issues, rare diseases. 40 million children with disabilities need special education. And the most astonishing factor is that the census was last done in 2011. And many a times you will see the diagnosis is very late. So these census probably don't even capture the actual numbers, which are really there. So how do we make that change? How do we make that impact? And this information I have got over a period of time by actually, hum bolte hain na, gadha mazduri. I've literally gone to schools, colleges, say allow me to give a talk, and I've always been given the instruction, please don't use the word special needs, please don't use the word special education, because no parent will come. So I know it's a highly sensitive topic, but today we are coming out of the shell. Today a lot of people are actually understanding this, that the number of children who need help, and therefore please understand, these children will not remain children, they will all grow up and become adults. So one of the biggest alarming factors here is unemployment, underemployment, depression, suicides, marital issues. It is so much on the high. At least 55% of them are unemployed. 85% of them are underemployed. And I mean, basic things like people don't know what board should I give my child. I mean, where do my child go for studying? Because schools don't accept. So there are very fancy frameworks that are kept, but implementation is at a very nascent level. And I see that, you know, a lot of these figures over the years when I give talks, my problem, my pain points remain the same because there are no actionable changes that are happening, and it's yet to happen. Parents of children with disabilities struggle to find schools, and that is really, really sad. So what are the insights that led to Communicare? The first thing is overriding dependency on doctors and therapists due to lack of knowledge. Everyone thinks that doctors have a magical wand. You know, aapke paas aaye, abhi kyun nahi theek ho raha hai? Some child is having a meltdown, somebody is having a problem. A pill is not the answer to it. And a doctor cannot change it all, a therapist cannot change it all. Unfortunately, there are still no governing guidelines and mandates which are there for therapists, or standardization of rules, regulations which should be followed. And that is why there is a very callous attitude many a times, parents going from one doctor, one therapist to another. And the lack of usage of technology. I was so, this presentation I just saw is so fabulous, where everything is, you know, it is captured and technology is being used to our advantage. And that is something we aspire to do, because it cannot be just a people-driven thing. It has to be a process-driven approach. Each doctor, each therapist does their own thing, and that is the silo approach we are talking about. Doing therapy for an hour in a week does nothing, and there is a lot more to that. Lack of consistency on service, quality, trained staff, zero focus on building independent lifestyle for children, and the lack of transparency and accountability. So these are the factors that led to Ritik? Communicare, education and training. This is my fourth baby, or maybe the first baby right now. And I live, eat, breathe Communicare because my vision and drive is very, very focused on making a change. The last time I did a presentation, my child was in the ICU, And right now, as we speak, she is in a very, very critical mode, and that only makes me doubly driven that every child who needs help at the right time should get the support, the family should get the support, and the society should benefit regardless of what your condition is. So,
try now.
why is it? Okay, so how are we different? I think there are multiple factors that we do. Again, it's a very, very tailor-made program. We do not go on a deficit approach. We use the strength-based approach, because every time I speak with a parent, the concern list is huge, and I have to ask them one question: okay, what is the strength of your child? And they have to think hard that they don't know what is the strength, because they're so focused on seeing kya nahi karta hai. But the true belief is where you are able to capture the strength. So it's a very child-led approach which focuses on all domains of development, the 8 domains of development. And we do very hardcore training for parents, and the support is constant 24/7. We are very, very focused on having a very systematic, structured approach for the program in totality, and building everything that it takes in terms of apps, in terms of support systems, everything which is around the peripheral of actually making this child well and the family well. And the culture is very, very important for us, where we are looking at caring, support, innovation, and boldness in our approach of doing things, which is eventually resulting in high engagement with the parents and other stakeholders. So what is really important is that we do very, very clear-cut outreach programs, education programs, and none of this can be achieved with just one person's or one organization's work. It is something which we have to do together, and we all, when we come together as a community, it is so much more impactful, and it is so much more driven with positive outcomes. Knowing that you are not alone builds identity, and that is what we strive at. So here, how do we do that? One is with our existing centers that we have, we would like more expansion, but along with that, advocacy of this is very, very important. You all would agree that, you know, education, awareness, support, all of this is something which we need to extend to every individual. So we are doing this also by bringing together a very powerful platform of engagement and dialogue, so that we have, exchange of notes from key speakers, people who are of influence, people who have done good work in other countries, so that we are very, very understanding of what is the lack and we fill the gap. And that is the reason we are presenting a Global Diversibility Fest and Conclave, the first of its kind in May. It is happening on 31st May and 1st June. The fest, again, would be the culmination, because there is no action where there is no fun. Today, you all are here to play. And you know, one of the most important thing is movement and wellness of our minds, for us to extend good support. And that is evident with this event that is being organized, because if you are not well and if you don't love yourself, how can you extend that to somebody else? And that is what I believe for each family, each mother who is there, who is most often the primary caregiver. So the fest would be a place where you have neurodivergent artists performing, and you have typical neurotypical people, celebrities performing. so that, together we at least show solidarity, that no matter what you are and the way you are, we accept you. And that is the tomorrow we all are expecting, that we strive that acceptance and integration of people with neurodivergence, with disorders, with disabilities, meaningfully and effectively into the society. So, what are the next steps we are looking at? Scaling up community care schools to extend our reach to a larger number of families. And I think that is, when we speak about India, it's also extending to Middle East and other parts of the world. And training sessions, inclusion, impactful action, and recognizing and motivating stakeholders. So I will stop with this, and thank you so much for your time.
I wanted to add to that. I know it's a long day, and we're also aiming at building some values, but I think it's very important that a lot of our work revolves around making an impact, and that impact is also shared by a set of people. I wanted to take a step ahead, Kavita, and also share some of the panels and speakers and the kind of people who are a part of our conclave, which the royal family and Mirai intend to host together, not only with value, but also making sure that we consistently drive. Also take this opportunity to share that Mirai agrees to invest significantly part of their quantum to make sure that this has a global aspect. In fact, these set of people which I'm sharing with you are people who are very poised to not only contribute but also be a part of sharing knowledge and being ambassadors, and it all comes together with the blessings of Dunstan and His Highness and doctors like yourself who make sure that this happens. Wanted to share this with you. I know I jumped the screen, but I thought we'll take an opportunity to not only share this, but I think Communicare is something which is out of our heart. I know we had a long conversation with His Highness when he was in India. I wanted to take this opportunity to share with Dunstan. Dunstan, I'd like to have you on stage and at least shake hands and say best of luck to Kavita as we cut along. Guys, I'll take this opportunity to also call Dunstan and
I think it's a great opportunity to meet you today, and I appreciate.
He was on screen.
Yeah,
No, I said you were on screen when.
I would like to congratulate you on whatever you're doing, especially with having a differently abled child at home, because we know our family life when we brought our children, because we were a nuclear family, my wife and I have 2 children. So even when they are having a small fever, we used to collapse. We don't know what to do. In the sense, we used to take leave and sit at home and take care of the child. And when you are having a child like this, hats off that you are doing this. And as you rightly put it, if you see many years back, we used to call such children as disabled. Then we moved on to calling them as especially children and people with determination. And today we are calling them that they are differently able, because they are differently able. They are God's gift, because they can do a lot of things. And I would also like to reiterate that we are working on a project of setting up a skill center in all the Emirates of UAE for autism children. Because as you all know, UAE is the second largest country with the number of autism children. But luckily, because they are all from well-to-do families, and they've got a lot of people to take care of them. But at the end of the day, they have in their inner self that they are not able to contribute what talents they have. So we are trying to put up a skill center where we will bring out whatever talents each child has and demonstrate it, and then which gives him a self-esteem.
Now, I'd like to add here is that unless and until the corporates are not well informed, see, because every skill that we are looking at
training them. Eventually, employability is still at stake. But slowly but surely, we would like, that narrative also to be changed, and that is really our motive.
So I am not taking much of time, so I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. I'm going to give the mic to the man in charge and get started with the last phase before, I know people are getting hungry, children are getting hungry, so let the awards begin, as they say. I hope I'm not getting any awards.
You might be.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pranam, and thank you very much for such an insightful details by Ms. Kavita, and over to that cherry on the top by Mr. Dunstan regarding the thoughts. Yes, the wait is over, but before we move ahead the formal presentation ceremony, I would like to call up all the captains of the 4 teams from Shantiraj Bulls, Dr. Ravi Rajput, from IBM Warriors, Dr. Rahul Mangal, from Nanodaya Spartans, Dr. Lavesh Jadhav, and Dr. Ramesh Patel from UDCC Royals.
We can take a minute pause. Justin is coming so that we can.
Yeah, before we move ahead, a small interruption here. Thank you. The kind of an effort, not only by the organizers, but the captains that they have to put on to ensure that the players are then on the ground on the time, that is tremendous from all the captains. They ensure that the team is ready, they are not tired, and the kind of efforts on the field that we have seen from all 4 teams, that's because of this captain's leadership. So, ek round banta hai to give a big round of applause to this captain who has led the game and ensure that everybody is fit enough to play a competitive cricket. Thank you very much to all the captains. I would like to request any of the captains if would like to speak on the tournament, so share a few words.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. I wish you a great, happiest Republic Day to everybody present here and all the who are watching us on YouTube Live. Yes, it's first of all our namaskar to all the office bearers of His Highness from our team and from all the captains and all the players who are playing here. Special regards to Mr. Ferreira sir, from all the team captains and all the team players. It's a great honor to be the part of first International Doctors T20 League in UAE. We really appreciate and say thank you to Dr. Manish sir, Dr. Mangal sir and his entire team, the entire team, from bringing out such a extraordinary idea and getting it done, implemented successfully with a great, grand success. So please give them a big hand. We were testing this idea since last 3 years, and eventually it has appeared and happened on the planet, on the place, which is truly an international place where all the global people in the future can come and take this initiative ahead. So it's a great venue, it's a great tournament, and it's a great honor to be part of this particular league. Yes, as a team, we are very happy we won, but still I would say we all won. Because we really have a great regard for UDC Royals, we have a great regard for Antaraj Bulls, and of course Raul Mangal's RDX Warrior, sorry, it's RDM Warrior. It's very close to heart. So if you say Spartans won, it is not. We all won actually. So that is the main message, that we all won and we are beginning this era. Yes, next time it will be bigger, tougher, grandeur, but still we all won on this evening. That is more important. So once again, thank you to everybody, whosoever taken great efforts to make it happen. Thank you very much from bottom of heart, because you have created a new avenue and of course a revenue for the coming doctor generation. So thank you once again. Jai Hind and Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, captains. You can wait there for the further proceedings. I would like to invite all the vice captains to join their respective captains. Kindly join them. My sincere request to Mr. Dunson to join me. All the team captains and vice captains wants to share a token of love with you. So please. I request the captain of Team Shantiraj Bulls, Dr. Ravi Rajput, and the vice captain to felicitate Mr. Danshan and Mr. Pranav Jyoti. Can I have a big round of applause? This is for all their support and love to ensure that this league becomes a grandiose success. Okay, the captain of IDM Warriors and the vice captain, I request them to felicitate Dr. Rahul Mangal and the team. Pranav sir. For being our guest of honor for tonight. And all the support and the love. So, if you can put up.
That's useful in Delhi. Thank you.
Can you all louder claps? Thank you, Dr. Rahul and Dr. Prashant. I request Dr. Lavish Jadhav and the team to come forward and do the honor.
Every team will the momentum.
Thank you very much. None of the Spartans team. The fourth team and the captain, Dr. Ramesh Patel from UDCC Royals, and the vice captain, I request you guys to come forward and do the honor. Thank you very much to all four teams. Thank you very much, Mr. Dunstan. And so, Pranavji, I request you to step back for the further proceedings. Okay, now the final wait is over. We are moving ahead with the award ceremony. To begin with, we are going with the different man of the match award is those people who have individually performed and ensured that the team won in the different matches. The first match, which will happen between Warriors and none of the Spartans, the man of the match, the centurion, the first centurion of this international league, Mr. Sadi, who scored 100 runs in 36 balls. I request Pranav sir to hand over the man of the match momentum.
I saw your six, man. That's awesome.
Second match was between Bulls and Royals, and man of the match of that match is Dr. Ashish Patial for taking 4 wickets.
Congratulations.
The third match was between Spartans and Royals, and Dr. Vishal Vinod for scoring 60 runs in 36 balls. The man of the match. The fourth match was between Royals and Bulls, and no guess is Dr. Ravi Rajput, who is the man of the match for taking 4 wickets. The fifth match was between Warriors and Royals, and the man of the match was Dr. Ashish Patial. Now I would like to call for 2 man of the match awards for today's final, and the yesterday's Spartans versus Bull. Both goes to Dr. Sajid.
Alright.
Only one more.
Good job, man. Sajid! He's playing more cricket than he used to be in the OT, right?
Well, thank you very much. Total 3 men of the match award. Thank you very much, Mr. Pranav.
Thank you.
Please take your seat. For the further proceedings, I would like to call upon stage Mr. Dunstan. Now we are moving ahead with the tournament awards. The first award for the best bowler for taking 9 wickets, Mr. Imran Ali is the best bowler of the tournament. The next award is for the best batsman, goes to no guesses, none other than Sajid, for scoring 270 runs, 350s and a century in the 4 matches. The third award is for the best fielder award for putting their effort, and it's a jury award decided by the league organizers, and this goes to Rajat Soni. If he's not here, I request Pranjal to take his award on behalf of him. The next award is for the best wicket keeper. the one who tried hard in today's final but could not take his team to the winning position, Dr. Swapnil, for his wonderful wicket-keeping skill and the batsmanship. We have some special jury awards too. The youngest supporter of the league goes to Dr. Lokesh Manson Advik. Can we have him here? Son and a father both. Okay, who's coming? Anybody from his team? If he's not all over. Yes, Prashant sir, please. The next award is for the kind of a family, those who have shown the support, all the matches that has been played by the family members. This goes to the family of Dr. Salman Khan. Can I have Dr. Salman Khan and his wife here to collect the award? This is very special. The kind of a bond that family has with the sports. A bigger round of applause. Few more awards. The most senior supporter is Miss Dr. B.S. Gupta, sir. So please come forward. The kind of a spirit at this age he has shown on the ground that cannot be replaced. Can you have a bigger round of applause for him? Thank you, sir. Next is the Fair Play Award for the spirit of the game, maintaining the spirit of the game throughout the tournament. Goes to the team Shantiraj Bulls and the captain Dr. Ravi Rajput. Now, the most prestigious award for the entire league, the first man of the series of this International T20 Doctors Tournament, actually was decided to be given to Dr. Sajid for his outstanding performance, but on his request and the humbleness, he would like to hand over it to Dr. Ashish Patial for his contribution in the league. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mehta. I'm sorry I had to take your spot, but we couldn't forget. But the hard work, the stress, the actual people who work behind this, all of this to make this evening, to make this entire league a success. The reason why we all are here under one roof, the reason of this entire league, the 4-day league of 7 matches, and the teams, everything done by the people. As a token of appreciation, I would like to invite Mr. Dunstan to facilitate and award the organizers of this league. Please, sir. So first we have Dr. Manish Dhankar, the President of the International Doctors League T20 2024. Thank you, Doctor. Next we have Dr. Bhagwan Vishnoi, the Chairman of International Doctors League, and on behalf of Dr. Vishnoi, we would be having Dr. Rahul to accept the award. Thank you. Next we have Dr. Prashant Vaishya, the Treasurer of the League. Thank you so much, Doctor. Next on list we have Dr. Rahul Mangal, the Secretary of the International Doctors League. Last but not the least, we have Mr. Nishant Mehta, the League Operations Manager for the International Doctors League T20 2024.
Best doctor too.
Yeah. Thank you so much, doctors. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for all this appreciation. Now, the final 2 awards for the day. I would like to request both Mr. Pranav Jyoti and Mr. Dunstan to come forward. We had an exciting tournament for the 7 days, 7 matches for 4 days. It's been so long that, and all the teams were fought for the first title, the maiden title of International T20 League for the doctors. We had seen some nail-biting finishes in last 7 matches that we have observed or watched. All the doctors have entertained us thoroughly. Final was between the 2 teams, UDCC Royals versus Narodia Spartans, and the runner-up was UDCC Royals. So I request the runner-up team captain to come forward and collect the momentum. There can be only one winner, and the winner, the first title, the maiden title, is now gone to Narodia Spartans, the winner of the first ever International Doctors T20 League. I request the captain to come forward. Yes. No, they batted first. They batted first. Sajid's team. That's the spirit from the captain. The first ever winning title of International Doctors T20 League presented by Mirai Janak and Mirai Capital Global in honor of the Director Office of His Royal Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Faisal Al Qasim. Sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Dunstan and Mr. Pranav. It has been a wonderful journey over the last few days and for few months for the organizers to conduct this international league. Closing this, not taking much of your time, thank you very much to both the guests that we have tonight, the chief guest, Mr. Dunstan, and the guest of honor, Mr. Pranav Jyoti, for being with us. Thank you very much to all the sponsors. Thank you very much to all the sponsors, Mirai Janai and the Mirai Global Capital, for being with us for the entire tournament and supporting us, even the act of it being a part of this tournament. Thank you very much all. See you in the next season.
भाई एंड्रॉइड का चार्जर दे दो, फोन बंद हो गया। तो आईफोन आईफोन का भी नहीं है चार्जर, आईफोन है लेंस लॉक है, उसको ओपन करना है, लेंस
एक काम कर, हो गया
स्क्रीन बंद करना, 2 मिनट रुक जा।
इन सब को भी कोने में रख दे, सिर्फ स्क्रीन बंद कर। पैकिंग करेंगे, सब करेंगे, पूरी रात करेंगे, बट अभी